Hello, it's your bookboy Joe here, and today we've got another tag for you. The Quarter in Chapters tag created by my messy bookshelf. And I'm so excited! Okay, so I love talking about the previous quarter. I love analyzing goals and seeing if we hit them or not. When me and Mary do our year-end wrap-up, it is so exciting for me. So now we're going to do it on a mini scale, and we're going to do this. We were tagged by Cliff at Cliff's Dark Gems. He's such a good bloke. I love that guy. Everybody go check him out. He's got an amazing accent and even better books. I wonder how, I've been told, because I've got a few British friends, I don't think they like when I do the accent. I don't think they like it. One tells me he doesn't like it. It's like a terrible accent. And the other one just laughs and is just I love when you try to do the British. I'm like, but I think I sound great. I think I belong in Hogwarts. No? I think I do it fantastically. I know there's different types, Cockney, and that's the only one that I know. I feel like I knew the other types at one point. I don't know the different words for the different dialects, but I don't know which one that I'm doing. Which one would it be? It was probably the Harry Potter one, right? Because that's the exposure that I've had. Not the only exposure. I love BBC. Come on. Okay, enough about that. Let's get on to the tag. Okay, chapter 1, the beginning. What were some of your reading goals going into the quarter? Now, this was at the top of the year, so I had just set the goals for the year, and I'll tell you what they were. They were, well, it's always this, to read my own books. So let's see. In this quarter, I read 14 books, and 5 of those were my own books. I'm proud of that. I think that's pretty good. 5 books? Yeah, okay, that's great. Again, it doesn't have to be a contest, but I just want to make sure that I'm reading these guys that I've bought, that I've acquired. I need to read my own books. So 5 out of the quarter, I'm pretty happy with that. Another goal I had was to read old Stephen King. I haven't read old Stephen King, but I read The Life of Chuck, which I loved. So I'm going to read Cujo and The Shining at Halloween time. So excited. Last year, I read a book from the year that I was born, 82. I want to read a book from 1996, the year I started high school. Yeah, I just want to get into 9th grade me and just see how that is. Okay. And then I had specific books that I wanted to read that kind of came on my radar late last year, which was Dark Matter by Blake Crouch and A Prayer for Owen Meany by John Irving. I have not read either of those yet, but they're on the list. Okay, so those were my goals going into the quarter. And next question, what was the first thing you read? So the first thing that I read was Lightlark by Alex Astor. My childhood Barnes & Noble closed. Oh, and it was an extremely devastating experience. I'm so dramatic, but that was so true. I went probably 4 to 5 times during its liquidation. I bought a lot of books, but I was just in the grieving process. It hurts to drive by there. I spent so much time in there since I was 10. So I came across during their liquidation sale, Lightlark. I didn't buy it, but it was just this fantastic edition with the fantasy art on the front. And it looked phenomenal. So I looked it up. I saw that some other booktubers had read it. So I tried it. Me and Mary tried it together, and we did not like it. We did not like it. I hated it, actually. So many undefined characters with murky intentions. I just didn't get it. I didn't get it. So that was the first book I read this year. How disappointing. Whatever. Chapter 2, the plot twist. Did you have any unexpected 5-star reads? So I had 3 5-star reads this quarter. They were Unwind by Neil Shusterman. Ooh, what a great dystopian novel, guys. Can we all agree not to count out YA? This book is phenomenal, with the most innovative Creative concepts I've read. Unwind. I've talked a lot about it on this channel, and there's a full review of it with a pretty funny scene, I think, that you could look. I'm not going to go into the details here because I've just talked about it ad nauseum. So just go look. Just go look at our review. Give it a watch. It's pretty fun. It was a fantastic book. Another 5-star I had was Life of Chuck. Started with the movie and loved it, and then I had to read the book, read it, and was not disappointed. And my last 5-star read was The Willful Princess and the Piebald Prince by Robin Hobb. What a fantastic storyteller she is. So this was a novella set in the realm of the Elderlings, and it had to do with the first trilogy, the Farseer trilogy, and we delved deep into the history of the Farseer line and other people in Buck, and it was just great. It told the story of the Willful Princess and the Piebald Prince, which are mentioned in the Farseer trilogy. So we kind of got that story, which was lovely. I just what a great storyteller. She is just fantastic. Robin Hobb, and I can't believe it took me this long to discover her. And I have to thank Dave and Gareth for that, because they were reading her for February Fantasy last year, and I hopped on board. So that was just a turning point for me. So I have my buddies to thank. Thanks, guys. Okay, next question. Did you try anything new? A format, a genre, a buddy read, an event, journaling? I mean, I tried a new author. I already spoke about it, Lightlark. And V.E. Schwab, I read Vengeful, which that was part 2 in the Villain series. I just got into V.E. Schwab. That was my first experience with her, and I loved it. So, I'm trying new authors, which I always like to do. Another new author was Unhinged, the erotic door romance by Vera Valentine. So we only had success 1 out of 3, because I did not like Lightlark and I did not like Unhinged. So V.E. Schwab takes it. She won that contest. No contest. Chapter 3, The Conflict. What was your biggest disappointment? Did you DNF any books? I guess Lightlark would be the biggest disappointment, because it was the top of the year. You're excited to start your new goals. It's a brand new year. We have goals to achieve, New Year's resolutions and all. And like I said, it was just a fantastic fantasy looking book. So I expected it to be a home run, and it was not. So I think that was the biggest disappointment so far. I haven't had too many disappointments yet. So we're going to say that was the biggest disappointment. I didn't really expect a lot reading Unhinged by Vera Valentine. I didn't really expect too much, and I didn't get too much. So that was consistent. But Lightlark, yeah, that was the disappointment. I don't even think I finished it. Me and Mary were reading it together, and we were both so disappointed and underwhelmed. And she got farther than me, faster than me. So she was, at one point, she was just like, just stop reading it. I'll just let you know if it's worth it. And she's like, it's not. Stop reading. So that's that story. Next question. Was there anything that made reading harder this quarter? Time, mood, life, all of the above. All of the above. I own a small business. This is our busy season. It was tough. It was really tough to read. I think for this quarter, 14 books for 4 months, I think that's terrible. I don't think that's good. So I didn't read a lot. I didn't have time to read a lot. I was just bogged down with all these menial tasks and events to attend, and it was just a lot. So I really didn't read a lot. And then when I had the opportunity to listen to my audiobooks, I just could not concentrate, guys. Like, really bad. Like, audiobooks is not my... It's not something that comes very naturally to me. I'm a visual learner. So listening, it takes some effort. I've had a lot of practice because I've been listening to audiobooks for, I think, 2 years now, and I've gotten a lot better at it. But this quarter, I have just been stressed. I have been overworked. I've been exhausted, and I wind up rewinding so many times because I'm just simply not listening. My mind is wandering and I'm just missing everything. So I had to rewind so many times in so many different books. And it's been really frustrating for me. Currently, I'm listening to TJ Klune's We Burn Bright. Is that the? I can't check because my phone. I'm filming on my phone. We Burn Bright, I think. I've been waiting for this book for months and months and months, and I hear it is like devastatingly sad, typical TJ Klune. And I was so excited when it came out, which was this past week, but I can't do it. I cannot pay attention to it. I can't focus. And I'm so upset about it, but it's just one of those times. So I just need life to life a little bit more and get over certain things so that I'm less busy and I can focus. This is temporary. I know this. So just got to deal with it. Next question. What genre are you a little over right now? I don't know if I'm completely over anything for the moment, but I might need a break from dystopian just because I've done so many. I'm really into Neil Shusterman right now, and he's all about dystopian. I did Scythe right into the whole Unwind series and then Everlost. So, like, all of his books have, like, the same kind of tone, dystopian, and I loved every minute of it, actually. He's one of my new favorite authors. But I might need a break. I just finished most recently the Unwind series, which was, I think, 4 books and 2 novellas, and I did one right after the other, and loved every minute of it. Such a good series. But yeah, I could use a break, read some fantasy, read some thrillers, and then I can come back to dystopian in a couple of weeks. I like to take breaks. I really like that I like different genres because, I don't know, I do get a little bored with the same thing over and over again, so I enjoy hopping around. Okay, chapter 4, the resolution. Is there any book that stuck with you emotionally? So I'm going to say Life of Chuck. It has to do with it's very existential, right? He's dying. So it has that whole feel to it, and it really makes you think. And then we're working backwards in his life, and like he really enjoys dance, and I'm a dancer. I teach tap. I've been dancing since I was in 6th grade. So they mention a lot of the old musicals in that book, and I really resonated with it. It really hit home for me. So that one I've held on to emotionally the most. Now, also, which is existential as well, is TJ Klune's book that I'm listening to. I just mentioned that is about a couple who the world is ending. Something in the universe is happening. A black hole is coming and it's going to swallow the universe. And the different planets have started disappearing already. So everybody knows that they're going to die. And this book tackles that, the human experience when you know you're going to die. And this is such a real thing. And I just think it's genius that he did it with a black hole in the universe coming as opposed to cancer or some terminal illness that we all deal with. I'm sure most of us know someone who has died or is dying from cancer. And that is just like the hardest thing. And I can't imagine being in their shoes. The fact that TJ Klune is tackling this with that plot line, he's just amazing. Because some people wouldn't want to read a book about a terminal illness. We've been there, done that. Many authors, right? Many books are about that. But sometimes it's just too traumatic. It's too much for people to read. So the fact that he's doing it with something that is impossible, in quotes, is genius. Because now maybe those people will want to read this book or will be able to read this book, but still get that beautiful human experience behind it. And this one is definitely a tearjerker. They're going on a road trip to complete some mission before they die, and they meet people along the way. And we're finding that everybody deals with impending death differently. And you're seeing a lot of different people reacting in many different ways. So, I mean, so far, this is beautiful. I'm hooked. I just wish I could pay attention to it because I'm stressed. So that's why I'm so mad that I can't. Okay, moving right along. What was the last book you read? Unbound by Neil Shusterman, and that was a novella that ties up the Unwind series. And it was good. It was basically like a whole bunch of different stories about different characters that we've met in the Unwind series and how they're dealing with their new existence with the Unwind order in effect. The Unwind order is I said I wasn't going to talk about it, but I feel like I have to. So it's dystopian, and like there was a war between pro-life people and pro-choice people. And the way that they ended the war was they said that abortions are not allowed, but you could unwind your child between the ages of, I don't know, 13 to 17. And unwinding means you write the unwind order, somebody comes, collects your kid, and they will be harvested for their parts. And their parts will go to different people in need. Organs, arms, skin, hair, everything. So they're basically killing their kids after the fact. Very interesting, very disturbing, very good. What was your favorite book of the quarter? Okay, so let's just hash this out now. 3 5-star reads: Life of Chuck by Stephen King, Unwind by Neil Shusterman, and The Willful Princess and the Piebald Prince by Robin Hobb. Let's start to eliminate. Okay, so I'm going to eliminate, and you might be surprised, I'm going to eliminate Life of Chuck because what drew me into this was the movie. I think the changes that were made from the book to the movie were better. So, and I also think that if I read the book first and then watched the movie, I would have a better appreciation for the book. But as it stands, I have a better appreciation for the movie than the book. So even though it's a 5-star read for me and it's something I will always remember and recommend to people, I'm not going to call it my favorite. Okay, so it's between The Willful Princess and the Piebald Prince. Now, The Willful Princess and the Piebald Prince, this is a novella in the realm of the Elderlings, like I said, the Farseer trilogy, and it is just beautiful storytelling. She really goes into the history there. And it's about people that we haven't met yet, but I feel like I know them now. Like and it wasn't a very long book. So she really just knows how to do her job. And it really drew me in. I finished the Farseer trilogy last year, and now I have to start the Live Ship Traders trilogy. So I wanted to read this before that, and it's drawing me in. I want to start the Live Ship Traders trilogy like immediately because of this book. I miss it. I miss her writing. I miss her world. So this is really bringing me in. Was it my favorite of the 3? Maybe not. Maybe I'll say Unwind because The Willful Princess and the Piebald Prince was a novella. It was shorter. Even though it was probably better writing than Unwind, I'm going to choose Unwind because Unwind by Neil Shusterman, I was just blown away when I first read this book. And this book starts with action. You don't even have to wait. From the very first page, you're just like blown away. And then when you learn what unwinding is, I was floored. And it doesn't stop. There are just so many different things in the Unwind world that will devastate you, disgust you, blow your mind. It's fantastic. And it's just shocking. And the chapter when you finally witness an unwind, what? Whoa. Good luck. That was powerful. So I'm going to have to give it to Unwind. Epilogue. Moving forward, do you have any new goals? I don't have any new goals. I have new books that I've come across that I want to add to my list, like Red Rising by Pierce Brown. Like that came to me recently. Never heard of it before. Never was interested until I saw many people on BookTube now, talking about it. Was never interested until I saw so many different people talking about it on BookTube and on Bookstagram and BookTok. It's all over the place. So like I need to get to that this year. So that is a new goal. I would say my most immediate goal would be the Live Ship Traders trilogy. I really think I'm going to dive into that first book. We're already in May and they're very long books. So I think I need to get that done if I'm going to finish that whole trilogy this calendar year. So I think that's going to be my next physical book. Are you leaving any goals behind? No, they were my goals for a reason. I want to read everything, so I'm going to stick with the goals that I originally set at the top of the year. This was so much fun. I absolutely had a blast talking about this. And if you have anything that you would like to connect with me on, please leave a comment so we can discuss. And I do have some people I would like to tag. Madeline reads Books with John. Tag John, you're it. Aaron read a book. And Sue Jackson. I would love to see your versions of this. If you're enjoying Book Buzz, please like, share, and subscribe. And last but certainly not least, thanks for visiting Book Buds.
I miss Mary.
So then I said that this year I wanted to read a book that I graduated. It's like I graduated 8th grade in 96, but I should probably just say the year that I started high school. I want to read a book in 1990. I want to read a book. I want to read a book from 1996. What? Hello. Hello.